for a good number of days that once this thing ends, that we're going to have to stop talking about settlement once again, right? But there's no one in Israel to speak to about settlement. Yeah. The Israelis are so right-wing at this point, so fanatic in their majority in the Israeli parliament. I would say something like 90 out of 120 would not even begin to speak about a two-state solution, let alone make it real. So there is no Israeli partner for peace today, and hence the United States can, say all at once about the idea of two states, but Israel is not going to.
Well, given what we're seeing now emerge in this relationship between Israel and the US, let me ask you a little bit more about other Western support for Israel. So today, we saw the French Institute hit. We saw Agence France Presse, their officers hit. Those have been condemned. France has obviously been a staunch supporter of Israel. Is that likely to change?
See, the idea was from the beginning is that we got Israel's back because it's part of the West. It's in fact a kind of Western base, a little Western colony, sort of in the region, and we need to defend it because we need to send the message that we, the West, are powerful and we're not going to give up on our allies. But that works for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, now in our fourth week. If the human cost is going to continue to mount, and the Western public opinion is going to start asking questions as it is asking questions, and if the demonstrations continue to grow, and I've really seen 3 weekends of that in London, for example, it just continues to grow, over 100,000 people. So the Western public opinion is changing, and that is going to put some pressure on Western government.
You spoke there about the human cost, Marwan. We just heard from UNRWA, the Gaza director of UNRWA, saying that they now feel they can no longer provide protection to civilians under a UN flag. How is UNRWA and the UN regarded both in the Strip and by Israelis?
Clearly, they have become a target. I mean, clearly, they become a target. But at the same time, we have to be, all of us, grateful to what the United Nations and their staff is doing in Gaza.
At great cost.
I mean, take, for example, the fact that over 500,000 Palestinians are taking refuge in UNRWA facilities, schools, and so on and so forth. These people feel like they have to, feed them, take care of them, give them shelter, and so on and so forth. It's very difficult. While at the same time, as you hear from their spokesperson, dozens of staff are getting killed in the process.
Huge UN death toll.
Absolutely. So Israel's war, and that's why when we talk about in these terms, war crimes and genocide, at the end of the day, let's talk about it in very simple terms. They are devastating the Gaza Strip. They are ravaging the 2 million people, and certainly they are targeting all United Nations facilities that support the Palestinians.
We'll leave it there for now. Marwan Bashara, Al Jazeera senior political analyst, always great to speak. Thanks. Well, still ahead for you here on Al Jazeera. Funerals in the occupied West Bank following more Israeli raids. We'll look at what Palestinians are now facing in Hebron and in Jenin.
Goes another storm wants into Western Europe. Once again, this will be bad. We've got some drenching rain, so let's behind England and Wales, so weather alerts in play, but I think the worst of it will be south of this for northwest Spain, northern Portugal, as this rain slides down the coast. Same goes for western France as well. Not just the rain, but and the waves off the coast of Portugal could get up to 15 or 16 meters. We've also got pulses of rain moving right across the Balkans, actually stretching up through Romania.